Okay, so here are the three big stories that you need to be aware of today. So the first, this was actually a story from yesterday. Ukraine came close to assassinating the leader of Russia's entire military when he visited the front lines. And what they're talking about is Gerasimov. Gerasimov is the chief of the general staff of Russia's military. He was on a list of several top commanders that Ukraine's security service was trying to kill. Okay, it's not Shoigu. Shoigu is the head of the army, or I don't know exactly what his position or title is, but he is a political asset who doesn't really do military stuff really well. Don't assassinate him. Let him continue in his incompetence. But Gerasimov, that would have been a significant blow to the Russian military. There is this paragraph down at the bottom, though, that's really interesting. Last month, Ukrainian resistance fighters told the Kyiv Post that they obtained sensitive information on senior Russian commanders from Russian officers who were upset about Moscow's delay in paying their salaries. The intelligence, they said, paved the way for Ukraine's devastating missile strike on Moscow's Black Sea Fleet headquarters, the occupied Crimean Peninsula, which killed more than 30 officers. So the Russians not treating their people well led to disgruntled officers, it appears, giving sensitive information, which led to the death of these 30 officers. And you see more of this kind of thing going on. Here is another article just today. What's all this for? Russian deserters call on former Conrabs to join them. And the article, like, there's nothing new about people deserting during wartime. It happens on both sides of pretty much all wars. But I see kind of a greater trend building. I just put out a video a little while ago about this. Russian mutiny against their commanders, we won't fight. And this was out on Twitter through some Telegram channels that were talking about how these guys are being held against their will and being pushed back to the front lines, and they don't want to fight and die in Avdiivka. Okay, last article is from the Kyiv Independent. Danilov says that Ukraine is to increase domestic ammunition production. This is brilliant. It has to happen. They need to do it sooner than later. They have to create their own internal wartime production and then hide it from Russians who might be able to target it. The companies, have ordered the appropriate equipment. Some equipment is already being installed in closed areas of enterprises, and we'll see an increase in our own production in the near future, Danilov said. And then down here, however, now that 6 months have passed, only 30% of the promised shells have been delivered, sources said. The slow rate, the EU risks failing to meet its target. And this is the Kyiv Independent reporting it. It's not some rag. And this is confirmed by, same day, today, Lithuanian foreign ministers calling on the EU to speed up the delivery of rounds. We only deliver 300,000 of the promised 1 million artillery rounds. So they need to do it internally, and they're on track to start that process. Okay, that's the three big stories for today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.